Hello my peculiars and welcome back or welcome to my peculiar corner. If you are new here, my name is Andy and here we are at yet another magical encounter, and this week it's going to be a spooky encounter because I have here around me a lot of books that I want to recommend for you to read or study on a spooky Halloween evening. I really hope you will like the recommendations. I tried to do a very fine selection. Some of them you probably have seen already in my flip through videos, some you didn't yet because I am yet to do a flip through for these books. But anyway, I hope you are ready, you are cozy, you have a cup of tea in your hands. The jack-o'-lantern is outside already with the candle inside and lit up so it scares all the spirits. And yeah, get ready and let's crack on with the show. Here I am back from the Peculiar Library with all the beautiful spooky books, and I don't even know where to start, but anyway, let's start on this side. So the first book I have here, it's Grimm's Complete Fairy Tales, and this was released by Sterling Publishing, and it's Barnes & Nobles, yes. And I have to tell you that these are like the original ones, so they are not as fairy tale as you can imagine. They are truly creepy. A lot of the stories, you know, they are the real Grimm's stories with cannibalism and so on inside. So yeah, definitely I recommend this book. It's beautifully done. There are illustrations inside as well, and we have a lot of stories. You know, it's the complete book, so you have stories such as Sharing Joy and Sorrow, The Golden Key, Features Bird, and then we have The Glass Coffin, Rapunzel, Old Rinkrank, The Straw, the Coal and the Bean, The Hare's Bride, The Dog and the Sparrow, Cat and Mouse in Partnership, The Three Little Men in the Wood, Yorinda and Yorindel, and so on. So definitely I recommend this. Now of course in the description you are going to find links to all these books, so if you want to get your own copy, just go check out the description and you can explore that and everything else. And as I said, there are some illustrations in the book as well. Here we have the Golden Goose. Now the next book is H.P. Lovecraft Tales of Terror. This is a special edition, and again it's full of nice H.P. Lovecraft tales, dark, spooky. So get ready to, you know, dive into the world of mystery and spookiness with this beautiful book. I did not manage to get to read it yet. I have so many books that are on my list because currently I'm reading Blackwater, which also it's definitely a series that I recommend. I am now at the third one and it's full of mystery. It's not necessarily, I mean, it is spooky. There are some spooky things inside and very explicit certain unaliving. It's happening right there. As I said, I only read three books, like I'm at the third one right now, but definitely Blackwater is something I recommend. Thanks to my friend Alberto for recommending it to me because I know about it from him. But anyway, back to this. Yeah, definitely H.P. Lovecraft Tales of Terror. It's one book that you should discover on a spooky Halloween evening. The next book is part of a collection that I love very much. It's called the Element Encyclopedia collection. There are many and I'm not sure you can see them. They are there on my shelves. Those are all, you know, you have about spells, spirits, mystics, saints, secret societies and so on. But I chose this particular one, that it's called the Element Encyclopedia of Ghosts and Hauntings, the ultimate A to Z of spirits, mysteries and the paranormal. It was written by Teresa Chung. She wrote a couple of those books from the Element Encyclopedia collection. And here we have on the back, take a journey through the mysterious world of ghosts, poltergeists and haunted places. Discover the history, folklore and scientific evidence surrounding paranormal phenomena, from spirits and poltergeists to ghost hunts and mediums. Lift the veil on a world of supernatural mysteries, ghost stories and chilling tales of hauntings all over the world. With information to intrigue and fascinate both believer and skeptic, this is an indispensable map of the paranormal world. It looks like this. Again, this I got secondhand, and I remember it was quite hard for me to get this book as all the other books from the Element Encyclopedia series. Here we have a picture with some of the other ones, the other books present in in this collection. And yeah, it's, you know, it's like it's full of information, not many illustrations, but definitely this is a book that you can study, and there are many ghost stories here, some like personal ghost stories, famous ghost stories, haunting, and so on, as it was written on the back of the book. So yeah, the Element Encyclopedia of Ghosts and Hauntings definitely should be part of your spooky read for Halloween. The next book we have, it's called The Occult Book, A Chronological Journey from Alchemy to Wicca. Now, this one is not a spooky, but definitely it's a book that it's worth studying during the spooky time. We have a lot of, like, for example, Gerard Thibault's Academy of the Sword. Then we have the first Rosicrucian Manifesto, which these are secret societies. Then we have Johannes Burroughs interprets the runes. Then what else we have? Isaac Luria arrives in Saved. Cornelius Agrippa's 3 books of the occult philosophy. And this book is very nicely done because it's full of illustrations, so definitely it won't disappoint. And on the back it says, an enlightening journey through occult history. This fascinating chronology explores such diverse topics as the earliest alchemists of ancient Egypt, the Philosopher's Stone, the Kabbalah, the origin of the Tarot, the Knights Templar, the founding of the Hellfire Club, Aleister Crowley's The Book of the Law, modern-day Wicca, and more. With the turn of every page, you will encounter beautiful artwork and intriguing insights about the occult, an astonishing story of suppression, survival, and rebirth, extending over more than 2.5 millennia. So yeah, definitely one book to read on a spooky evening. The next one is another Element Encyclopedia book, and this is the Element Encyclopedia of Vampires, an A to Z of the Undead. Now, this one is massive. The Element Encyclopedia has 2 kind of books. You have this massive encyclopedias and also like smaller ones, like it was the Haunting Element Encyclopedia. Again, we have a lot, like it's Blood of a Vampire, Blood Tears, then we have about ghosts, prevention and protection, something about Germany, and it's the book is split. We have very nice, for example, quotes throughout the books, like here is a quote from Edward Cullen from the Twilight Saga. I decided as long as I was going to hell, I might as well do it thoroughly. Then we have about Dracula, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, then Dolphin Hypothesis, Dog Rose, a lot of information, and yeah, definitely you can get lost for hours in this book exploring everything about vampires. Now, this was also written by Teresa Chung, so yeah, definitely go ahead and check this book out. Now, the next 2 books you've already seen flip-throughs of. If you didn't, I definitely recommend to go and check out my videos. And I'm talking about 2 ology books, and those are the Vampirology book, which is this one, full of interesting and fun information about vampires and the history of vampires and so on, full of illustrations and removables, pop-ups and so on, as we are accustomed from the ology books. And the next one is the Ghostology book, which is the last ology book released to date. This was released, I think, in 2021, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, again, this we have it. It's fully interactive. You know, you have removables, you have letters inside, a beautiful map, as we know from the ology books, and so on. You have some tarot spread and stories about ghosts and some seances as well. Okay, now let's get to the second pile, and we are gonna start with one of my most favorite spooky book, I would say. I am planning to do a full-on flip through of this book probably next week, because it's, you know, it's staying on my list for a very long time and I really want you to see it. It's called The Resurrectionist, and I have to tell you that this book, you probably have seen it in the past on my Instagram. If you follow me already, attend this Peculiar Corner, go and check out my content on Instagram. It's full of magic and magical books, Harry Potter stuff, and not only. But anyway, this is very, very nice. Like here we have 2 excerpts, and it says, disturbingly lovely, The Resurrectionist is a cabinet of curiosities, stitching history and mythology and sideshow into an altogether different creature, deliciously macabre and beautifully grotesque. Erin Morgenstern, author of The Night Circus. And then the second excerpt is a masterful mashup of Edgar Allan Poe and Jorge Luis Borges, with the added allure of gorgeous, demonically detailed drawings. I've never seen anything quite like The Resurrectionist, and I doubt that I will ever forget it. Chase Novak, author of Breed. And I paid 650 crowns on it, which is roughly around 25 euros or so. Now I'm gonna show you just some pages from the book, and here we are, beautiful plates of mythical creatures and creations. Like for example, here we have the Minotaur and the muscles. It looks like a biology book. I would say that definitely at Hogwarts they would study from this kind of book. Here we also have a very nice Satyrus Hircinus, a satire, and it's so nicely, like the drawings, it looks so real, honestly. Like, and some of these plates I would honestly like to have them printed and somewhere on my wall, because they are very nice. So yeah, definitely check out The Resurrectionist, the lost work of Dr. Spencer Black. And here I have some Fantastic Beasts posters. You know, you can discover mysteries in all of my books because I'm always putting stuff around. The next book, it's called Unsolved Mysteries, Bizarre Events That Have Puzzled the Greatest Minds by Joel Levi. And on the back it says, curiosity drives all of us, from little children at play to scientists exploring the universe. Solving puzzles is satisfying, yet still we are fascinated by mysteries. The riddle that might have a solution, the secret that could be revealed, the legend with a kernel of truth. Collected here are classic mysteries from across time and space, chosen for their enduringly enigmatic nature, from ancient riddles of the sands to modern-day oddities in the sky. So we even have like nice illustrations. And then here we have, for example, the Loch Ness Monster. Then what other mystery we have that I can give as example? Far Out Theories, El Dorado. Then the Winchester Mystery House, Amelia Earhart, you know, her disappearance. Then we have the Tamam Shad murderer. And then what else do we have here? The disappearance of Malaysia Airline flight MH370. So yeah, this book is full of mysteries, and I know for a fact, I got this in London, and I know for a fact that there are a couple of more books like this in this series. There is something about secret societies as well, if I'm not mistaken, and so on. But definitely this will make your skin crawl a bit if you're gonna read it at the light of a candle on a spooky night with some spooky music in the background. The next book, of course, I could not omit any book about magical creatures. I can find any books about magical creatures, right? For all kind of events and atmospheres. So besides The Resurrectionist, I also chose Breverton's Phantasmagoria, a compendium of monsters, myths and legends. Again, this is a beautiful little book. And here on the back it says, a cornucopia of mythical places, people, beings and beasts. Where does the boogeyman come from? What creatures feast on faithful man? How do you defeat a minotaur? What really riles a dragon? Where would you find real-life werewolves? What happened to Atlantis? Now again, this book is full of nice information, but also very nice illustrations. And yeah, it makes it look like some book from the Hogwarts library, to be honest. I paid £12.99 when I was back in the UK, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, this one I got when I was still living in London. Here we have also about the 7 wonders of the world, megalithic stone circles. And then we have something about Cherates, the horned snake, Cerberus, centaurs, Hugh Williams, the luckiest name aboard ship, the 12 labors of Hercules, and so on. So a lot of mythical legends, mythical creatures, and ghost stories as well. So definitely read it. The next 2 books are part of a collection that I like a lot. They are books released by Arcturus Books. The first one, it's Ghost Stories, Chilling Tales of the Supernatural. Again, if you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw already some of the books from this collection, because they have a lot of books about, for example, witchcraft, spells, tarot, divination, astrology, dreams. I'm checking out because they are right behind me. And I know that they released Irish, for example, mythology, Egyptian book of that, and many other books that I still need to get some of them because I only have a couple, and I would love to have this collection fulfilled. I think that there are like 15 books by now, more or less. But yeah, this one, you know, you have a lot of ghost stories, right? The Boarded Window by Ambrose Bierce. It's a beautiful collection. Then we have Ghosts That Have Haunted Me by John Kendrick Banks. And yeah, the book itself, it's beautiful. You can see the foiling and even the cover, very nicely done. And the next one, it's called Horror Stories, Shocking Tales of Unspeakable Terror. Now from this stories collection, you also can get the Gothic horror stories, and that one is obviously on my wish list. Hopefully I'll get it one day. Here we have gold foil, and yeah, we have different stories. Let's see the contents, such as like The Invisible Giant by Bram Stoker, then The Toll House by W.W. Jacobs, The Lady of Rosemount by Sir Thomas Graham Jackson. Then what else we have here? A Dead Secret by Lafcadio Hearn, The Room in the Tower by E.F. Benson, The Damn Thing by Ambrose Bierce, and so on. So I definitely recommend. It's also, you can find a couple of illustrations that go with the stories. So it's really nicely done, interactive. Here, for example, The Lady of Rosemount, and we have some illustration for it. Now, these books, I got them both for like around 24 euros, and I think that they are gonna sit at the same price, but again, you will find the links in the description. The last book I want to show you and recommend for you, it's another Element Encyclopedia, and here we have the Element Encyclopedia of the Psychic World. Now, I got this book secondhand, and unfortunately I don't have the dust jacket for it, so it's just very plain. We have here the name, the title of the book. When we open it, we have beautiful illustration of the universe or solar system. And what can you find inside? Well, you can find, for example, details about Society of Inner Light, connecting with your inner guide. Then homeopathy, for example, or haunting, Harvard Exit Cinema, Hampton Court, Hanussen, Eric Jan, and Ian. About Halloween. What else? Epworth Rectory. So a lot of places, the Crystal Ball, Cryptomnesia, crystal gazing exercises. So a lot of stuff connected with the psychic world. So ghost stories, paranormal, I think even probably some possession stories, and oh yeah, of course we have even about Satanism here, runes, famous people in history that were connected with the psychic world and paranormal stuff, or magic, the occult, secret societies, and so on. So yeah, this is another beautiful book that I definitely recommend. As I said, unfortunately I do not have the dust jacket, so it is what it is, but still, nonetheless, what's inside matters the most, right? Anyway, I really hope you enjoyed all of my recommendations. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite out of all of these books. In the description you will find links to each and every book if you want to discover it and learn more about it and also get it yourself. Yeah, but until next week, grab a blanket, grab one of these beautiful books or some spooky books you have at home. You don't forget to leave down in the comments some recommendations of spooky books or stories that I might be interested in. You know, I don't really have that many, so there is always place for more books, you know, never enough good books. So let me know your favorite spooky books and even spooky movies. And don't forget two very important things: stay magical, stay peculiar, always. Bye for now.